Marcy Jacobs dreams a lot, and as her husband gets ready for work in the morning, she shares some of these dreams.
He rolls his eyes and says, whatever, my crazy wife.
Then one morning, Jacobs tells him about a dream where she's attending a book club, and a violent argument breaks out over what book to read the next month.
I raised my hand and I said, well, if we can't decide on somebody else's story to read, why don't we write our own? And then I woke up from the dream. So I tell Steve, my husband, this story that morning, and he said, you know what, honey, I think maybe you might have something there.
She does some research and finds out no game like this exists.
So I came up with StoryClub games.
The destination guide's best girls' night out in Charleston.
Activities.
Oh, we can write that.
Friends can get together and connect like they've never connected before and laugh their heads off.
Jacobs came up with the idea early in 2010. Spent a year developing, tweaking, testing on friends.
We just wanted to see if the thing would work. And not only did it work, but it was so hilarious.
She received her first copy in January of 2011 and later took on a partner in Ellen Stebbins.
My favorite part about Story Club games is that I get together with not only my girlfriends that I talk to all the time, but also people that I don't know, and I actually get to know them.
The game comes with a storybook where players write the story they're creating.
It also comes with 4 decks of cards.
Or story starters.
Georgia had been missing for a week. The police helicopters were searching day and night for X, her longtime love. They were convinced there was foul play involved. Okay, so that's the start of the story. Team number 1 picks a card from the people deck, and whatever card they choose replaces that X in the starter card.
Philip.
So for example, here's just a random people card. Philip.
Bank president known around town for his extracurricular activity.
Team 1 takes those 2 cards and leaves the room to write the first chapter.
Yes.
About 10 minutes later, team number 1 returns and reads its chapter.
Reputation with the ladies in town. But everyone...
Then team number 2 selects a card from both the Places and Things deck. There's also 40 places and 40 things. So for example, a Places card, Tiffany's. A Things card, 5-carat diamonds. Then they leave and they continue the story about Georgia and Philip, adding one or both of these cards into the story.
And this goes on until the group has written 6 chapters.
There usually is a little bit of wine. So I can tell you that as the night goes on, the stories get better and better.
It's a hoot.
It makes people really become creative. And when you create together, it's a whole different experience of connecting.
It was such a good time to network, but not like do the, let me give you my business card, here who I am, kind of network. It was really cool and just natural.
I think it's that rather than just sitting around and talking about your life and what's going on and the everyday pressures and stresses, it kind of gets you out of your element a little bit, thinking about other people's lives. And so that's very relaxing for me, and I'm sure a lot of other women and men as well, that we can kind of get into this own little world that's not quite our own.
We played it at the beach, girls' weekends. We've played it at dinner parties. We've played it at bachelorette parties.
It's just such an amazing icebreaker and fun, and it gets everyone laughing.
All I have to say is forget about Bunko, because Story Club is where it's at.
Read the card.